I usually have something silly and fun to say at this point in the video to get it moving, but I don't. What is prom? What the hell is going on here?
Yo,
It's a
what?
teenage
Yeah.
rite of passage. We have a bunch of
Dude,
movies.
yeah, I know, bro. Prom is probably like the most stereotypical thing of high school, if you really think about it. Like let me discuss this real quick. Like, if you think about it, like everybody, like every Disney movie, even like any movie with high school, they have prom in it. Like, it's such a big deal, and I don't get it really. I don't know, bro, but like at my school, it's like $300. I'm not even trolling. Like, it's so expensive. I might go this year just because it's my last year of high school. I didn't go last year, and I'm gonna go with the homies. Like, it's about to be fire, but I just feel like it's not. I don't know. It's not all that. Like, that's all. I don't know if it's like it's just where I go, like where I live. It's like not all that, but like it's not all that. Why does it have the weather? I need to turn that off, bro. But it's not all that. I don't know if y'all agree, but it's not all that.
And TV shows based around the concept.
Yeah,
and
that's
we put
what
a
I
bunch
remember,
of pressure on the
bro.
kids to make sure they enjoy it, but like it's just a dance. Why is it such a big deal?
Why
It's
is
just
it so
a room full
expensive
of
too?
awkward 17-year-olds who are trying their best not to get boners. That's not.
Yo, what? Yo, bro. Yo. We did not. Yo, go back.
It's a room full of awkward 17-year-olds who are trying their best not to get boners. That's
Yo.
not.
Yo, I mean, he's not wrong. Okay. Yo.
This ritual began in the 1800s based off
Dang,
of
is
the
that
eyes wide
old?
shut parties the elitists would throw called debutante balls or coming out parties, which has no relation. So at its very essence, prom started as Illuminati cosplay. But even the name prom is
That's
pretentious.
crazy.
Do you
What?
know
It
where
was
the
like
name
balls?
prom
So
comes
that's
from?
why everyone
I didn't
dresses so
until I
prom.
made this video. It comes from the old southern fancy term of promenade, which means couples follow one another in a given direction.
why
Each
about,
couple
like,
having
everybody-
both.
I'm going with my homies, so like it's different, bro. Bring it a minute in, bro. Stop with the bro. Stop with the pause cameras, bro.
Which would be
I
cute
paused
if
it twice.
proms weren't
Like,
just
y'all are, like,
teenagers
crazy,
rubbing
bro.
butts to Little John. Throughout the 20th century, the ritual of prom spread out across this
Yeah,
great
yeah.
nation as a popular way for kids of all social classes
It's
to
that
present
old?
themselves as freshly Christianed adults. They put on fancy clothes, secretly drink alcohol, and announce
Dang,
to the
it's that
world, hey,
old.
I'm ready to make children. Oh, Tucker, a
What the heck?
17-year-old ready to bear children? That's gross. Well, you also have to realize that the average age of a bride in 1920 was 21 years old. And
21?
that's an average. So that means a lot of them were younger than 21, and I don't want to talk about it
That's
anymore. By the
weird,
1940s,
what?
the concept of teenager entered the American zeitgeist, and advertisers started marketing directly to this untapped customer base. Soon,
Yeah, bro,
prom
they-
shifted from high school gymnasiums to lush locations like hotel ballrooms.
Bro,
country
literally, bro. Like, mine is at like a hotel, bro. It's crazy. I saw pictures of like last year.
clubs, and even
It's gonna
yachts
be
if you grew up
crazy.
in the Nantucket. Today, it's estimated that the prom industry is worth $4 billion.
4
Annually,
billion.
mostly due to
I mean,
teen-led
yes, it's
prom
such an
committees
untapped
that pick
market. It's
outlandish
everybody.
themes
Like, this
for
is the
their
most like this is what it
toddler
leads up
session,
to.
and parents who
I
don't.
mean, come on. But yes, it's like the most like out of like all the events in like high school in general. It's like the number one thing everyone looks forward to. Like, people are like locked in with their fits, everything, bro. Like movies, TV shows, like that's always gonna be there. If it's like set in high school.
Know that buying an $800 pink sparkle dress is
I know
not a good
people
investment
spend.
for
I know,
a
chat.
one-night
People in the
deal.
school
So
spend
let's
like
all take a look
$1,000
at what exactly
dresses,
goes into prom and find out just exactly how stupid this whole ordeal is. Because if it's an American tradition, you know it started somewhere stupid. God bless this beautiful country.
What?
So I'm going to do this chronologically in order so that we can categorize every dumb thing that happens on prom night. The beginning of prom starts way before the underpaid teacher breathalyzes you at the front door. Weeks
What the
before the
heck,
big
bro?
day, you've already spent countless hours thinking about prom. There's a lot to do, and the stakes are high. Well,
Yes,
relatively
but you gotta be,
high.
like,
You're
locked
17 years
in.
old. You haven't really dealt with a lot yet. But it's understandable why kids are so worried about prom, because the narrative surrounding this night is always
Bro, it's literally like the
overwhelming.
number one night ever, bro. That's how it
Seemingly
seems.
rational
Like, it's
adults will tell
actually
you it's a night you're
insane
never
to
gonna
think
forget,
about.
which is crazy because I had to dig through picture albums to figure out if I actually went to it or not. So let's take a look at all the
Is
little
that
things
AI?
that
Yeah,
stress
that's
high
AI, bro. That has to be AI.
schoolers out even before the night of prom begins. Of course, the first
That has
order
to be
of
AI.
going to prom is finding yourself a date, which is a nightmare.
You already lost. I already lost. No riz. No riz. Let's just say that, bro. Like, No risk.
If
Can we
you're one of
resist
those
followers?
off-putting couples that have been together since freshman year, then you've got it covered. You don't have to go around looking for people, but you are weird. I don't want to trash on like the concept of true love and high school sweethearts, but those people, they always have a vibe to them. You know, for everyone else, it's time to go on what I call the charm offensive. This used to mean just walking up to someone you might have a crush on and asking them out to prom, maybe doing it a little.
Hey, you know, I just hit 10K trophies in Clash Royale the other day. You know, you, me, Prom. Yo, I'm like Clash, bro, literally chat. Like, just become like a matcha barista or some sort of like a barista like Starbucks or something, and you'll get used to inadvertently rizzing up because you'll just be talking about this all day, and eventually you'll get used to it. And then when it's time for like this, bro, you're like used to it. You can like actually do it. Like that's what I recommend doing, bro. If you're like that, like that's what I recommend doing in my opinion. Yeah, that like that, bro. Stop with the pause. Yo, stop with the pause counters, bro.
With some flowers, maybe some chocolates if she's a muncher.
But you get it, bro. Like, yo, just like actually work at Starbucks or something, and you'll actually then be able to reason. I'm not even trolling. It's I've seen people IRL do it.
Asking someone out to prom nowadays will not even come close to cutting it in the year 2024.
Exactly.
You know, the simple acts of love and tenderness.
Yo, you gotta like
beings
lock
are so
in.
desperate
Yes, you have
for
to be
that
like
we
do
need
all
to fill our
everything.
full lives. Yeah, that's not what the girlies are looking for anymore, buddy. They want to go viral. They want to get the clicks.
Whoa,
Enter
wait,
the
what did
birth
that
of what
say?
the girlies are looking for anymore, buddy. They want to go viral.
What the heck is this? Here, Deirdre. Okay, but this is actually clever. This is actually clever. This is actually clever, bro. This is actually clever. I can't
They
lie.
want to get the clicks. Enter the birth of the promposal, a phrase that tastes like.
Though I've
dirty
seen some
pennies when it
crazy
leaves
ones,
my
Jal,
mouth. At
reels
its
and
core, a
stuff.
promposal is combining the teenage aesthetic with the public presentation of a wedding proposal. Generally, it
Yep.
consists with a bunch of people running up to a girl with a big sign that has something funny written on it while everyone films with their phones. You know, a nice
Like,
tender moment
I
of
like what I
privacy
hate.
of someone
Everything's
who
like
just
so
survived a
like,
car
oh, I'm gonna go
accident. But
viral.
even then, the most
Like
popular
nobody lives
girls
in the
school
moment
are
anymore.
not going to
You know
say
what I'm
yes to a
saying?
simple
Like
sign.
nobody
They're going
does.
to want something a little bit more, maybe a lot of it more, honestly. They want spectacle. They want pizzazz. They want something you need an engineering degree to pull off. One guy wrote prom on 500 ping pong balls and then stuffed them into this girl's locker, so when she opened them up, it would all pour out in a.
Okay, that's actually
way.
rigged.
Then there's this other kid who got the whole school band to play "Can't Take
Okay,
My Eye
what
Off
the
You" while
heck?
he serenaded his target.
Yo, how are you supposed to like do this? What? How does the average person do this?
And I mean, hats off to you, kid. If you got a voice and you can sing for a woman, I guess. But just the idea of serenading somebody just reminds me of one of those horny birds in the Galapagos Islands that, you know, do the little dances.
Dance.
And I owe it all to you.
That's crazy.
I just
What?
find it very embarrassing to sing for a girl. The point is, you can't simply ask. The
Yeah,
algorithm won't
exactly.
allow it. You gotta go
You
viral.
can't, bro. You gotta like go crazy, bro. You gotta like go crazy, bro. My bad. But like, you gotta go crazy, bro. Like you actually have to.
Feelings content, and that's what I do.
Bro, like some people like I've seen go. Why are you leaking your revenue? What?
Fine. I'm doing great. I'm not grinding my teeth in my sleep due to overwhelming guilt and pressure. Promposals are getting so extravagant that even large corporations and companies are jumping in on the ability to make money off these kids. Even the Empire State Building is selling promposal packages.
Yo,
For
like that's
$250, you can prompose on the 86th floor observatory with massive letters that spell out prom. And the package includes some romantic lighting along with 2 champagne flutes filled up with sparkling cider, which is cute. But wouldn't this moment be reserved for people who are like actually proposing?
Yeah,
You know,
this is not
fuck it,
about.
no, let's not give this beautiful moment to people who are going to spend the rest of their lives with each other. Let's give it to 2 kids who are going to hate each other by summer. Next up, let's talk about the attire. The silly, clown-like attire.
Dripped out. That's all I
The
say,
dress
bro.
code
You gotta
prom
be like
is one of
dripped
the
out.
weirder aspects of the night. You know when you overdress a baby when you bring them to church on Easter because it's cute? Well, that's kind of the vibe of prom. Just children emulating what they think adults would wear to fancy events and missing the mark by several hundred yards. So let's start with the
How is
tux.
that,
So
bro?
the
Like I
dress
just want to be
code is
dripped
usually
out, like.
formal or black tie. And honestly, this might be the only time in your entire life where you're gonna end up wearing a tux, which I bet you kids didn't know that. But as an adult, you don't really wear tuxedos ever at all. Most weddings I've been to aren't even black tie. You just wear a nice pair of chinos chinos and a fancy dress shirt. I think the entire tuxedo industry is being held up
Yeah,
by teenagers
yeah.
and butlers. And also, what the fuck is going on with tuxedos? It's like a weird Amish version of a suit.
Bro, they're
Our
aura.
clothing technology has stagnated with this
They're so
particular
aura.
fit.
What are
For
you
example,
talking about?
the tuxedo.
They're aura, bro. Like, what do you... Yo, is this not aura? Oh, what did I do? Wait, what did I... Oh, my... But, like, bro, tuxes are aura.
A suit. What the fuck is going on here? It's got all these.
Okay, that, bro, okay, this is
it's
bad,
window
but, like...
lines for your
But, like, I mean...
bare skin, and then it has holes but no buttons.
I mean,
those
like,
holes.
it's still
Instead, it
aura,
has like these
though.
metal studs that are attached through the butt.
Like, I
buttons
mean,
are
this,
way
that
more simple
obviously
than whatever
isn't,
the
but, like,
fuck's
if you
going
have
on
a
here.
nice,
What is
like,
this
suit or
archaic
something,
form of
you'll be
fastening? Are you afraid of buttons? Do you think poor people only use buttons? Rich people love buttons. And that's just the shirt. Then you gotta get like a vest, a bow tie, a jacket. You end up looking like a magician.
Magician,
You
yep,
don't
yep.
look cool.
Some
And
people
those
actually
weird
do. I'm not
pocket
bitching like that.
handkerchief
You
things,
bro.
what
Like,
are you
somebody
gonna do
actually
with
do
that?
that.
What are you gonna do with the
It's so
handkerchief?
weird,
You're gonna
bro.
blow
Like,
your nose into
actually,
that baby elf blanket, put it back into your pocket? I know you're renting this thing. That's not gonna work. But I mean, at least with the tux, you hardly have to think about it. If you're lucky, you get to rent one for like $100. You hang out with the boys for a night, and then you bring it back to the strip mall the next morning. But the prom
Yeah.
dress, that's a whole different beast.
Oh, I
That's
know,
a
bro.
whole
They have it
different
so much
monster.
harder, bro, because they gotta, like, actually buy it, bro. And some of them spend, like, hundreds of dollars, bro. It's, like, insane. Like, I could just pull up with, like, a suit I have, and I'd be fine, but, like, you gotta
Dads
go
of daughters,
upgrade.
bless your hearts, because for the next few weeks, your life is going to be an expensive disaster. The market for prom dresses is valued at over $777 million annually. And there are rental options for prom dresses, but fuck that, baby. These girls need to buy. They're not renting shit. They want to buy a $600 mermaid cosplay dress and then
What?
never wear that thing again for the rest of their lives. That's just the culture. The idea of owning that dress is part of what makes prom so special to these young ladies. It's like a weird memento that they get to keep forever.
$600? Are you serious, bro?
Over to your closet and giving that thing a good sniff to remember how the air hung thick with Axe body spray. On average, that dress is going to cost you between $300 and $700.
What?
And we're not even talking about the most expensive one. Get you a Giovanni prom dress for $3,000 to show all those bitches at home that your daddy loves you.
Yo,
Then when you get the dress,
what?
you gotta get your
It's not that
shoes, you gotta get your hair
serious.
done, gotta get your makeup done. You know how on every other night of the year girls will do their own makeup? Not tonight. You gotta hire a very expensive fancy person to do your makeup for you. And I'm not gonna sit here and make fun of teenage girls' prom makeup. I'm sure it makes sense to them in a weird way, but this
Yo, what is that?
this is weird. And all those extra things add up fast, because when girls were surveyed about how much they spent on prom, on average it was $1,100. Yikes.
Yo,
Well, the costume change,
you could buy
what happened?
you could
Did
buy
my
like
mic die in the middle of me
100
recording
like
this,
bro
and I
like
recorded the rest of
clash
the video
passes,
already,
bro.
and now I have to make the whole thing again? Yes, it did. Let's continue.
Clash
so now
pass-
you've
I mean,
acquired
Royal
a date, an
Pass,
outfit,
Pass
and a sense
Royale.
of dread. Let's talk about where you go before prom.
That's
I mean,
actually-
there's the typical meetup, which we call somebody's house. That's usually where you end up before prom. Whether you're going stag,
It's always a random
or
house,
you're
yeah.
Or you're going on a weird
Or you're, like,
quadruple date,
outside,
This is
you're
where
like-
you're gonna end up being. It's usually
That's
the
just-
house of the
Bro,
parents
can I-
of one of the kids in the group that you're hanging out with. And if you're lucky, it's a cool mom who's not going to notice you took a couple White Claws out of the mini fridge in the garage.
Yo,
and if
what?
you're super unlucky, it's
Wait,
going to be
what
the
are those?
parents
Are those,
of
like,
who took
sparkling
one
water?
of the Claws out of the mini fridge in the garage. And if you're super
yeah,
unlucky,
it's sparkling
it's when
water.
he's not going to notice you took a couple White Claws out of
Yeah,
the mini
sparkling water with mint. Bro, why is this bad? It's sparkling water. What are y'all
fridge
talking
in the
about, bro?
garage. And if you're super unlucky, it's going to be the parents of the prom date you're taking.
What the-
Which means you're
Yo,
going to have
he's
a lot of
got-
awkward conversations
gonna
with
get
the
Swiss
father
cheese.
who fully understands what you're trying to do with his daughter.
Straight
You're going to
Swiss
end up
cheese.
taking pictures in front of a fireplace with a bunch of family photos of people you don't really know. Or you're going to take pictures out on the lawn in the middle of June heat. And the parents aren't going to be able to work the camera properly.
why are they,
and
like,
you're gonna leave a pretty
covering
sweaty
them?
handprint on your date.
Oh, that's
So it's kind
him.
of a
Yo,
nightmare.
go back. Yo, he actually mogs a little bit. But why is this guy not what?
Able to work the camera properly, and you're going to leave a pretty sweaty handprint on your date's back. So it's kind of a nightmare, but it's only 30 minutes to an hour, and then you move on to the next location, which is usually the
Dinner. Oh, really? Oh no, you get
So
dinner.
the moment is finally here. The one you'll remember for the rest of your life. You stumble out of your mom's friend's crowded minivan into the painfully bright sidewalk. Convince a chaperone at the door that you and your prom date are as sober as you can pretend to be.
What?
Enter into a giant, dimly lit room full of blue and purple lighting, balloons, teachers, and
Bro,
all the
like,
kids
I don't- like, it's not all that,
hang
bro.
out with
Like, I
for
don't
the
get-
past
I don't
4
get the
years.
hype
Welcome to
around it,
prom.
low-key.
You can't escape. You're stuck here for a little bit, so buck up. I mean, the first
But
thing
it's
you can't
not. It's
escape about
crazy. Like, I know I'm pausing a lot. 3,000 or like hundreds of dollars on a dress you're gonna wear once, like, or even renting a $100 tuxedo, bro. Like, is it that serious? Like, I don't know. Like,
prom is
I don't know if
the
it's just me, but
soundtrack.
just
There's
me
gonna
like
be
it
someone
doesn't.
playing music, and it's gonna be bad. With all the hype
Yes,
surrounding
bro. Like, oh, I gotta tell you all this story, bro. I gotta tell you all this story for y'all. So, you know, it was homecoming. You know, it was buns, bro. Oh my, yo, like it was low key bun. But you know, we get to the end, they're like, well, last song, and we're all like, yo. She's like, what song you on? We're like, fiend, 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 fiend. And everybody in there was saying, play fiend. And then the DJ just grabs her laptop. She wasn't even like actually DJing. She was just like on her computer just playing songs. I asked her to play Thick of It, like me and my homie. And she's like, no, I don't know that song. I'm not playing it. Like, yo, like. Meanwhile, what was playing was like the most like stereotypical music ever, bro. It was like just mainstream music, and then we're all like, play Fiend, play Fiend, play Fiend, and then grabs her laptop, walks out, lights turn on. It's over, dude. Everybody in there was crashing out. I'm not even trolling. We all went like, what? Yo, I hope they never hire that DJ again. That DJ was the worst DJ I've ever seen, bro. The fact that you don't play Fiend, I don't get why. Like, I don't know, is it like I've never heard the song. I've only heard parts of it. So I don't know if it's bad or not, but like we all asked for that and you don't play it. Like, come on, bro. That's the last like, bro. I'm still pissed about that too. Cause like everybody said it. Everybody in there was like, yo, play it. And then they didn't play it. So like I don't know. I'm getting off track, but like, yo, every DJ at a school dance sucks at playing music. Let's just leave it there.
Prom, it's easy to forget the main point of prom, which is to boogie. It's to get down on the dance floor,
Yo,
which is a bummer.
like I've been yapping a lot.
For anyone
Like, I just
like
want to
me
leave
out
it at
there
that,
who has
like,
all
low
the
key.
rhythm of a dung beetle. And that pain will only be magnified by the prom DJ, someone who has given up completely in their
Yeah,
lives.
they
There are
always
two
have just
types
a
of
laptop
prom
and a
DJs.
speaker.
The one
Like,
who has
it's
the
not
balls
even
to
like.
play WAP and they not like us, to the dismay of every teacher and
Okay.
chaperone in that building.
It's not
or the
even
ones
that,
who
at
just
least,
dust
like-
off an old wedding playlist. Nothing says this night will define me for the rest of my life like watching a bunch of teenagers pretending they're too cool to do the YMCA dance. And therein lies the paradox of the prom DJ. Much like the common water slide operator, to be good at your job, you must be an irresponsible adult. Your whole business model is playing songs in front of teenagers that are about, let's be frank, getting pussy and doing drugs.
What?
That's the only way you can do a good job as a prom DJ.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, at my school, they were all PR trained. There was nothing like this. Like, I literally remember one of the songs they played was like some kids song, but I'm not even trolling. I forgot what. It was some theme to some kids song, kids show. Like, it was Bluey, I think. I mean, that's a fire show, but like, bro, like we're trying to get sturdy, and you're like playing that, like.
So good luck, try not to look like a creep, and try not to get arrested. Both of those things are going to be impossible for you. And speaking of the adults who don't want to see young ladies shaking their ass to Meg Thee Stallion, let's talk about the adult chaperones. While you're busy grinding it out on the dance floor with your prom date, there's a bunch of parents watching you do that, which is nuts. On average, a teacher only makes about $69,000 a year, which is not great. And you have to make about $110,000 a year to own a home, so none of these teachers live in a house. So odds are your bedroom is probably bigger than the apartment your teacher lives in. And instead of going out on a Friday night and trying to jumpstart their sex life, they have to watch you have one all night.
Hey, yo. Bro, they're all off, bro. Like, everyone just do. Bro, like, one of the chaperones was literally on his phone the entire time, bro. Like, I'm not even trolling. He was, like, awkward. He was on his phone, like, he's just staring at people. Like, I don't know.
Euphoria just to get a glimpse of what it might be to be a kid again. So you're basically cocking them on a weekend night, which is not cool. So cut them some slack and don't be a dick about being a dick. Try and get laid, but don't do it in front of them. But let's talk about the people who are always going to be dicks, aka everyone around you, the kids. Prom isn't about some weird DJ or the teachers. It's about you and the friends around you. The kids you've known since everyone believed in Santa Claus and you all smelled like wet crackers and piss. And even though all of you were told you're special snowflakes with unique abilities and talents, you're not. You're all the same people. You are all archetypes.
No, we're not, bro.
And that's okay.
We're all
we
different,
all are.
chat,
But prom
bro.
can take these archetypes to an extreme. So
We're all
let me break
different,
down
bro.
some of the people you're going to run into. We have the never going to leave this small town kid. No prom is complete without the kids who got too drunk too early. College is really the time where you learn how to hold your liquor. It's where you put in your 10,000 hours and become an expert by playing games like beer pong.
I'm not in there yet.
But these kids will never get their BA and ABV, so they might as well start learning now, and they're going to do it. They're going to learn real hard.
Yo,
But
what?
they
Like,
show
what are
up
these
freaking
schools?
like a bathtub
Bro.
distillery, awkwardly fumbling to find their ticket while they're blowing dragon breath into the volleyball coach's face. A lot of them even get caught in the act, chugging
Really?
nips on their way into the building. Their night is over before it began.
They
The
get
best
kicked
of them are sent
out.
home, and the worst of them have to deal with the cops.
Yo.
But lucky for them, they're gonna have a lot of time to work on their livers for the next 30 years after they achieve their lifetime jobs at the box factory on the outside of town. America runs on alcoholic. Next up, we have the kid I like to call
Yo.
the Dancing Melvin. You guys know Melvin, right? The kid who's not that weird, but also not popular.
Yep.
He'd probably make some friends if he wasn't so shy, but
Me.
sadly, his self-confidence sabotages his social
Yeah.
life. Well, miraculously, at least once a prom, the high school Melvin realizes that the clock is ticking on his high school experience. In like a 90s teen movie, they
Yep.
push all their chips to the center and go all in on life. They get to the center of the dance floor and they hit the worm. They hit the
I go
Charleston.
crazy.
They're
You
doing
get
the
sturdy, bro.
goddamn two-step. Everyone's
Let me show you how to actually do it. You gotta go crazy, bro. You gotta be like, you gotta be first chill, like. And then you just go crazy. Like. That's basically what you gotta do, bruh. Like, yo, I'll show y'all again. Like, it's basically what you gotta do. Wait,
the center of the dance floor.
what?
And they hit the worm. They hit the Charleston. They're hitting the goddamn two-step. Everyone thought Melvin was just the run-of-the-mill virgin nerd. But turns out they didn't go stag because they couldn't get a date. They went stag because they had a plan.
Exactly, bro. Like, you gotta be like, kind of like nonchalant first, bro. Cause I've done this before, definitely, chat. I know I do. Hey, 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 and then you just. You like do the worm, like. See what I'm saying, chat? Like, yo, that's how you get started. Lesson by Krenik. How to dance. Ooh, 101 by Krenik.
Up everyone else's. Now they're absolutely killing it. There's a circle around him of all the popular kids. They're chanting his name. And every second he's killing it in that dance floor, his chances of getting laid are rising exponentially. Melvin, when we go back to school on Monday, you might go right back to being the quiet kid that no one remembers. But tonight, you're the star in my heart. No one to stop. No one to stop doing the dance, because when nerds get attention, they don't know, they just get addicted to that feeling, and then they go for too long and it gets a little awkward. So just walk out on the biggest cheer, biggest laugh.
My work
You
is
gotta
done.
always walk at the best time.
Here's how I keep
Like,
track of
once
all
you
my
like are
tasks.
done, then you're
I start my
good.
brain dumping.
Like then you're good,
I need to
okay.
get done.
Just know when to stop, okay? And then we have the aptly titled Kids Who Cannot Wait to Have Sex. And then these kids are treating prom night like an episode of Euphoria. I've never seen you.
Yeah, bro. I've seen this. Like, yo, it was crazy, bro. It's like during like a dance and like oh my.
Euphoria, but I know it's a bunch of kids having.
I was
There's a
like, yo,
tension in
y'all
these
gotta,
couples
like,
that is almost visible.
chill,
like cartoon
bruh.
stink line. It's something about the music, the lighting. It just channels something within them that is animalistic. They unlock their jaws and shove their tongue down each other's throat like boa
Yo,
constrictors,
what
much
is
to the
that?
dismay
Yo,
of
is that a
every teacher
teacher?
watching. Eventually leading to very public over the pants stuff, which, hey, let's stop that maybe. And then one kid sees they're doing it, and then he's like, oh, I might as well do it with my prom date. And then you start a chain reaction.
No, yo, this
Not
is
good.
like.
And I understand you're a 17-year-old boy, which means that your brain is sitting shotgun while your wing works the pedals, but just have an ounce of self-respect. And finally, last but not least, we have the royalty, something that confuses me to no end.
I don't get
So
the
we
point
have
of
to
that.
pay homage to prom's roots, okay? That's why we have prom queens and kings. Remember that weird thing that we do? Because we need to make it obvious to the collective whole that some people are just better than others for
Yep.
some reason.
I don't get it. I
The
don't get
tradition
this
started
thing.
in the 50s and was generally based off of 3 categories: beauty, poise, and popularity. Which is really mean. Really mean.
That's
You know what we
mean,
should
yeah,
do? We
you're
should
only-
put kids through a literal popularity contest on the most important night of their lives. That
Bro,
won't
like
have
one of my
any
teachers
adverse-
literally has his like prom king crown in his class, like, and he's 40 years old. I'm like, yo, I don't know, like I don't know how it is, like if it's that much aura, I don't know, but it's like, oh, let me move it down, yo, my bad, but they're like 40, and they still have that a crown, and I'm like, yo, I mean, he's a W teacher, but I have like this one teacher chat that's like, I'm just like he talked about it every single day. high school.
Effects on their mental health. Like most things from the 50s, it's weird, but we just kind of let it slide for posterity's sake. Like how your grandparents mention the race of everybody in their stories for no reason. It doesn't add to the plot. They just need to let you know that a black guy was there. But as cringe as it is to watch two kids hit their lifetime peak right in front of you as plastic crowns are adorned on their forehead, it's even worse when the royal court becomes a virtue-signaling massive circle jerk. So this is gonna sound mean, but you just gotta stay with me, okay? Every year, there's a feel-good story about a kid with a horrible illness or a Down syndrome kid getting voted in to be king or queen of prom. And honestly, I don't know if it's okay or not. I don't know if that's cool. I don't know about you, but I feel like with people in that situation, you should treat them like normal human beings and not pawns in a Hallmark movie script. And like
exactly, yo.
It's weird, right? I just feel like whenever someone's in that situation,
yo, it's nice. What
to make yourself feel good, not the person there. It seems selfish. I don't know. Maybe they love it. I don't know. And let's not forget about the poor guy who should have won prom king based on 1950s criteria. What about him, the beautiful man? He'll never get his beautiful moment in the sun before he rides to the sunset of wasted potential. The next time you see him, he'll be at a hometown bar, sad, bloated, and probably riddled with CTE.
But over that, yo, there's no way.
Only if he could have been somebody. He could have been a contender.
Okay, yo.
And then we have after prom. I don't know if I can talk about this, quite honestly. Some kids go back to the house that they originally came from, and they have a little party under parent supervision. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes schools will do like a complete lockdown after prom, which is smart. They should do that. This is when they lock kids into either the school itself, or they'll like rent out an entire theme park and keep them there until like 6 in the morning. Not only is this smart because you don't want babies being born at the age of 17, but another horrible reason that you
bro, this is W.
School because of drunk driving, which is a big issue. There was a survey that revealed 31% of teens reported they or their friends would be using drugs or alcohol during prom, which is not great. And of the teens, 31%, 53% are having 4 or more drinks, so that's not good to drive. And 90% of teens expect their friends to drink and drive on prom night. My God, what the fuck? And 87% of surveyed teens would rather drive under the influence than call their parents.
What, yo?
So, that's a good reason to lock them in. Anyway, after prom, kids have sex.
What?
And I don't know how to talk about that. Some kids get hotel rooms. That happens sometimes.
Yo, what is he talking?
But I don't. That's crazy to me that a dad's like, yeah, use my credit card to get banged. But it's also interesting because a lot of people assume you lose your virginity on prom night, which is not true. I had to do some research on that, and now I'm on a list. But I do have the numbers. 14% of girls report having sex on prom night, which is not that many. But only 5% are losing their virginities on prom night, so they're losing it before that anyway. And only 3% of boys are losing their virginity on prom night. So a lot of sex is not happening on prom night. It's just crazy how much effort a guy puts to prom for the hopes of getting laid, and you have a 3 in 100 chance of getting it done. But hey, them's good odds to a 17-year-old. I'm not gonna blame him. So I'm just saying to relax. That's what I would say to anyone going to prom. Just relax. Just have fun with your buddies. Don't worry about having too much fun. It's just another night. It's a stupid night. Nothing ruins fun like pressure, because pressure is pain, and pain
pressure makes diamonds. Yes.
New videos every Saturday, and when
pressure makes diamonds. Yes.
Sometimes I don't know. Things have been going bad in my life recently. Oh, and if you still own a prom dress, please comment down below and let me know what you're doing with that thing. I don't know why you'd keep that. All right, I want to know the oldest person in my comment section who still has a prom.
Oldest person, bro. It's gotta. Let's actually see. But yeah, this video is pretty interesting, Loki. I know I'm pausing a lot, but like it's actually an interesting to think about. Cause like, bro, like it is true. It is true. Let's just like it's actually interesting to think about. Cause like it's so overrated. Like like it is overrated. I don't know. Like obviously like I thought high school was gonna be all that, but like it wasn't. Like prom's probably not gonna be all that. So I agree with this video. Let's just say that. Like it's actually I'm like talking weird. I don't know why, but like yeah, bro, y'all know already. So yeah, the WL chat, that's actually fire, Loki. I like that one. See y'all boys. Well, I'm ending the YouTube video, not the stream. But if y'all enjoyed this YouTube video, like and sub up, bro. Like and sub up, turn up. If y'all like this, bro, like and sub up, turn up, all that, bro. Bro, just like, turn up, sub up, like, bro, comment down below if y'all agree with this, bro, like, woohoo, woohoo. If y'all made it this far, comment, a light bulb, comment, a light bulb, if y'all made it this far in the video. Love y'all boys. Follow all the links in the description of this video, chat, subscribe. I'll see y'all boys in the next one.